Very good. So we have learned about the manure and fertilizers. Apart from that, yes, what else we have learned? Okay, so just turn off.
About crop rotation.
Yes.
Crop rotation.
Yes.
Rhizobium.
Rhizobium bacterium. Right. Very good. Okay. Okay. So let us have a quick recapitulation. That is what we have learned in our previous class. We have learned about sowing. So what is that sowing?
Sowing seeds.
Sowing seeds means putting the seeds in the soil. Okay. Putting the seeds in the soil. Okay. And I can see that some of the
So this is
students
the
they are
method of sowing. I handled, you can sow seeds using a machine called a seed drill.
Yes. Okay. So sewing can be done by the two tools, that is traditional tool and the seed drill. Okay. So seed drills it comes under modern method. Okay. It comes under modern method. Okay. Then adding manure and fertilizers, we have learned about the manure and fertilizers. Then we have learned about the advantages of manure. That why the manures are very helpful. Then difference between manure and fertilizer. Okay, we have seen the differences also, right? I think all this point we have completed in our previous class. So let's begin with the next point. That is irrigation. So what do you mean by irrigation?
Irrigation is the process of
Supply of water to
supplying water onto crops at a regular interval is called irrigation. At
Yes.
certain intervals.
Yes, very good. Irrigation means supply of water. That is, the supply of water to crops at different intervals is called irrigation. So, irrigation means you are supplying the water to the crops at different intervals. Intervals means after some time. Okay, whenever based on the crop or the season. Okay, so you are supplying the water, so that is called as irrigation. Now see, you might be having the garden at your home. Okay, so do you supply the water to the plants?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Seriously,
Yes, sir.
whether you do
Yes,
that
sir.
work or your parents are doing that work. Okay, so you have to pour the water to the plants. Okay, so usually we carry out this activity in the morning or in the evening. We never pour the water to the plants during or in the afternoon, as there will be high temperature, and because of that the plant may suffer a lot. Okay, so, water is important for proper growth and development of flowers, fruits, and seeds of the plant. See, water is very
Nutrients.
yes, nutrients also. So, water is very important. Here in irrigation, we are discussing about the water. Okay, so water it is very important for the plants. Why it is very important for the plants? For the proper growth of the plant. If there is no water, the plants will not grow. Development of flowers. Okay, you might have seen that there are various flowers are there: rose, lily, jasmine, marigold. Okay, hibiscus. So these all flowers they require water so that they bloom in a fresh way. Okay, so that they open up in a fresh way. Okay, then even fruits, seeds, they require the water for the growth and development. Then water, minerals, and fertilizers are also absorbed by the plant roots. See the minerals, okay, uh, fertilizers or the manures, water, okay, these all things they are absorbed by the plant roots. We have discussed about this in our previous class, that is during the preparation of soil. Then plants contain nearly 90% of water. Okay, every plant it contains nearly 90% of water. Then how much percent of water is present in human being or a human body?
72.
72.
Yes, it is nearly 70.
70%.
Yes.
70.
70%.
Yes, it is 70%.
70, 70.
Okay, so plant contains nearly 90% and a human body nearly 70 to 72%. Very good. Now, water is essential because germination of seed does not take place under dry conditions. Okay. Now, why this water is important for the seeds? It is for the germination. Germination means a plant, that is sorry, a seed. It will give root and shoot. Okay. Root shoot means the upper branch which will give the leaves and other
Upper
things.
part of the plant.
Yes, so that is shoot. Okay, so for that purpose it is required. Then nutrients dissolved in water gets transported to each part of the plant. Okay, so as we have discussed, the nutrients it will dissolve in the water, means it will mixed up in the water, and that is transported in the plant. Okay, water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. Okay. Now see, if there is a climate which is having extremely cold condition, okay, if there is too much of cold, okay, so plant is protected by the water in that case. If there is too hot, okay, if it is very hot air or the climate is very sunny, so at that time, water protects the plant. So in the cold climate also or in the hot climate also, water protects the plant. To maintain the moisture of the soil for healthy crop growth, fields have to be watered regularly. Okay. Now to maintain the moisture of the soil, okay, to maintain the moisture of the soil and to maintain the water level in the crop, okay, the field have to be watered regularly. We have to continuously supply the water to the plants regularly. Okay. Just a minute. Sandhya joining.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm there. Okay, so this is the importance of the water. Okay, now the next thing. Okay, can you tell me what are these things?
Sir, sources of irrigation.
The sources of water. Wells,
Hmm. Then yes, read it.
wells, tube wells,
Hmm.
ponds, lakes, rivers, dams,
Yes, very good. Okay, so these are what the sources of irrigation. That is from where you can get the water to supply. Okay, so we are having the wells. Okay, then the tube well, then the pond, lake, river, dam, and canal. Okay, so these are the sources from where you can get the water and you can supply it to the crop. Okay, then next, traditional methods of irrigation. Okay, how our ancestors or the
Yes,
other
sir.
people they
Yes.
supply the water to the crop. Let us see. The water
Both.
available in well, lakes, and canals is lifted by different methods in different regions for taking it to the fields. Okay. Now the water which is there in the well or canal or any other places, how they get taken? Okay.
Boats.
Yes, they were taken by lifting up. Okay, you might have seen the. There are some people who draw the water from the well. Means they pull the rope, and with the help of that, they will take out the water. Or there, in some cases, we use animals. Okay, we use animal or human labor to take out the water. So see here, cattle or human labor is used in these methods. So these methods are cheaper but less efficient. Okay, we are using some of the method which are cheaper, means it won't cost much price. But okay, but it is less efficient. The production is not much more. So the various traditional ways are okay. Now which traditional ways we are using? that is moat. It is also called as pulley system. Next, chain pump,
chain,
then Dhekli,
Dekli,
yes, and Rahat, that is a lever system. So pumps are commonly used for lifting water, diesel, biogas, electricity, and solar energy is used to run this pump. Now see, this is a method called as mode. This is called as chain pump. This is Dhekli, and this is Rahat. So see, in mode, what we are doing, we draw the water from the well. Okay, we are having a rope. The rope is having a pot that is going inside the well. When it is filled, you pull out the water. Okay, so at that time, what you are doing, you are supplying this water through a channel. Okay, so nearby a well there is a channel. Okay, you need not go to the field and pour the water. If you pour the water nearby the well at the channel, that is a pathway, it will directly go to the um, field. Okay, next, here is the chain system. So you can see here we are having a chain system. Okay, it is the water source. So what we are doing, we are rotating this machine, okay, which will fill the water and it is taken where we require. Okay, then the next thing is Dhekli. Okay, this Dhekli is working based on a log system, means you are having a wooden log. Okay, with the help of that you are drawing the water. So this wooden log, it is having a big stone tied at the other end of the uh, wood. Okay. The next is rahat, that is a lever system. Here animals are used. Means animals, they are moving in a circular path which helps to draw the water from the sources. Okay. Now the water is taken out from the uh, various sources. Okay, but how to supply it? Okay, now supply, we have to supply those. So this water can be supplied by using diesel, biogas, or electricity or solar energy. Okay, now see, in your home only the water is stored in the tank. Okay, that is underground underground tank. Now you have to supply that water to the upper tank, that is syntax. Then how you will supply the water from lower to upper tank? By using the motor. Okay,
by using a motor pump.
yes, motor pump. If you just press a button, the water which is there in the underground tank, it will go to your syntax. Okay, so over there what you are using? Electricity. In some of the places solar energy is used. Okay, in the field you can find that there is solar panels that stores the sunlight energy and convert it into electricity. Okay, so that can be used in most of the places. Okay, then next, modern methods of irrigation. The previous one was traditional method. Now we will see the modern method. So in the modern method of irrigation, we use sprinkler system. Okay, that is sprinkling of water. This system is more useful on the uneven land where sufficient water is not available. Now, sprinkler system, it can be used in the places where the land is not even. Okay, the land might be heighted or short. Okay, there is no evenness. Okay, and the water scarcity means water is not much available. So in that place, okay, in that place, a sprinkler system can be used. The perpendicular pipes have rotating nozzles on the top, are joined to the main pipeline at regular intervals. So in this, what we are doing, we are having a long perpendicular pipe. Okay, this long perpendicular pipe, it is having a nozzle at every intervals. Okay, every intervals means if we have the pipe at a nozzle at a particular point, after some distance, okay, after a particular distance, we have one more nozzles. Okay, so that connection we are having. Then, when water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of a pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. Okay, now the water. Okay, when the water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under pressure with the help of pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzle. So over here what happens, the water is passing through the perpendicular pipe. Okay, it will be, see here how it is moving. Okay, so here it is having a perpendicular pipe. Okay, here we are having a perpendicular pipe. Okay, so water is passing through this, and this is the nozzle. Okay, so you can see that how this nozzle, it is supplying water to each and every plant. Okay, so you can see that it gets sprinkled on the crop as it is draining. So see here, so you can see that the water, it is supplied to each and every plant. It's like a rain. So sprinkler is very useful for the sandy soil. Okay, so this is called as modern method of irrigation. So in modern method of irrigation, what we have learned, it is used in uneven land. Then it is used where water is not much available. Okay, there is a scarcity of water. Then this sprinkler system, it is having a perpendicular pipe which is attached with the nozzles. Okay, so when there is water, so under high pressure, the water is supplied to each and every plant as a sprinkle, like as it is raining. This system is usually used in the place where sandy soil is there. Okay, then next, drip system. In this system, the water falls drop by drop just at the position of the roots. So it is called as drip system. Okay. So in the drip system, what happens? The water is falling drop by drop. Okay. It is falling drop by drop. Okay. This is the best technique for watering fruit plants, gardens, and trees. The system provides water to plants drop by drop. Drip system, it is one of the best technique. Okay, why it is called as best technique? Because there is no wastage of water. Okay, it is the best technique because there is no wastage of water, and you can supply the water to the fruit. This system can be used for the fruit plants. It can be used in the garden or the trees. Okay, there are some trees which require the water. So what you can do, you can use the drip system, or else you can make your own drip system. Take a plastic bottle, fill it with water, and make a hole. Okay, so from the hole, drop by drop, the water will be coming out. Okay, so that will be uh, a small version of drip system. Okay, then water is not wasted at all. It is a boon in regions where availability water is poor. So because of drip irrigation or drip system, there is no wastage of water. The water is not at all wasted. So this is like a blessing for the regions where water is not much available. Okay, the places where water is not available more, so in that places it can be utilized. So see here, drip system. Okay. So here we are having long pipe. At this pipe, we are having the small holes. Okay. So the water is falling over here, drop by drop. Okay. So see here, you can see here in this picture, right? In this, you can see that how the water is coming out. Yes. Is it visible? Okay. Next, protection from weeds. So far, we have learned about the supply of water, that is irrigation. Now we are going to learn about the protection from weeds. Weeds means unwanted plants. Okay, there are some unwanted plants are there, so that is the protection from weeds. So in a field, many other undesirable plants may grow naturally along with the crop. These undesirable plants are called as weeds. Now in our field, there are some undesirable plants, means the plants which we don't want. Okay, the plants which we don't want, they are growing along with our crop. That is called as weeds. The removal of weeds is called as weeding. Okay, the undesirable plants or the plants which we don't want, we are removing those. Okay, weeds. That is called as weeding. Weeding is necessary since weeds compete with the crop plants for water, nutrients, space, and light. Thus, they affect the growth of the crop. Okay, so weeding is very important. Why it is important? Because they will have the compete. That is, they will have the competition with the crops for the water, for the nutrients, for the space, and for the light. Okay, so to avoid that, we have to do the weeding, that is removing the weeds. Okay, for the healthy growth of the plants, we have to remove the weeds. If you won't remove the weeds, at that time, what will happen? The weed, that is the unnecessary plants or the undesirable plants, they will take the water, they will take the nutrients, they will take the space, they will take the light. Because of that, our crops will get affected. Some weeds interfere even in harvesting and may be poisonous for animals and human beings. Now, there are some weeds which are very hazardous for the human life as well as the animal life. Why? During harvesting, they get mixed up with the crop and it will be poison for the other organisms who are eating those crops or consuming those crops. Farmers adopt many ways to remove weeds and control their growth. Tilling before sowing of crops helps in uprooting and killing of weeds, which may then dry up and get mixed with the soil. Now, farmers are using many ways to remove the weeds. Okay, how they are removing the weeds? By tilling. At the first of this chapter, that is agriculture practices, we have learned about tilling, that is plugging. Okay, so by plugging, you can remove the weeds by the roots. Okay, by uprooting them. So by this way, we kill the weeds. Okay, and they will get dry. Okay, so it is one of the best method, that is plugging. Second, the best time for removal of weeds is before they produce flower and seeds. The manual removal of weeds includes physical removal of weeds by uprooting or cutting them close to the ground from time to time. Now, which is the best time to remove the weeds? The best time to remove the weeds is when they are about to produce the flower or seeds. Okay, before they produce the flower or seed, we have to remove them. Okay, either by the physical method or any other method. Okay, so you can just drag it or from the ground, or you can cut it close level to the ground. Okay, this can be done with the help of a kurpi. A seed drill is used to uproot weeds. So kurpi you have seen at the beginning of the chapter. I have shown you the image of kurpi. Okay, so with the help of that you can remove the weeds. Weeds are also controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides like 2,4-D. These are sprayed in the fields to kill the uh, weeds. They do not damage the crop. The weedicides are diluted with the water to the extent required and sprayed in the fields with the sprayer. Now see, we are using some chemicals called as weedicides. So here we are having an example, that is 2,4-D. Okay, this is the name of a weedicide, a chemical which is used to kill the weeds. Okay, weedicide means the chemical which we are spraying to kill the weeds. Okay, so they do not damage the crop. Okay, if you spray the weedicide on the crop, nothing will happen, only the weeds will die. Okay, so we should use this weedicide up to a limited um, amount. Okay, because it may create the water pollution as like this one fertilizer. Okay, spraying of weedicides may affect the health of farmer. Okay, spraying the weedicide, it may affect the health of farmer. So they should use the chemicals very carefully. They should cover their nose and mouth with a piece of cloth during spraying of the chemicals. Okay, now you can see here, these are the unwanted plants. Okay, the first picture shows the unwanted plants. These are called as weeds. Here you can see a person, a farmer who is spraying the weedicide. Okay, but this farmer has not used any protection. See, he is not wearing the gloves, he is not even covered his mouth. Okay, he has not even covered his mouth, so it will be very dangerous for the life of the farmer. So while spraying the weedicide, a person has to cover his mouth compulsorily. Okay, then that person has to spray the weedicides. Okay, and next thing, manual removing means with the help of hand you have to remove the weeds. Okay, so by this way we will end our class. If you do have any problem, just let me know, we'll discuss about it. Okay, Any problem, any issue, anything which you have not understood?